Good morning. My name is Kathleen Benjamin, and I'm a licensed practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are actively co-creating a world that evolves through the power of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. We celebrate all paths that lead to the recognition of the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path of recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path recognizing the perfect order and balance of the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path recognizing the oneness in all religions. And we honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of the mind. And we honor you and what brought you here today.
Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I am the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here. Currently, we are 100% virtual, which means all of our offerings are online. So, if you've been with us for 45 years or today is your first time, please check out our website as it has the most up-to-date content of what is going on here at the center. Also on the website, on the front page, you can sign up for our newsletter. Just click on the left-hand side, sign up for our newsletter, and you'll receive in your email once a week information on, again, what's going on at our center. If you would like to make an appointment with me, please call me on my cell phone. That is the best way to get in contact with me, and I would love to make an appointment and get together and either have a face-to-face meeting, or we can do it on Zoom or the telephone. There are many different ways we can connect. Today after service is Community Connection with Kathleen Benjamin. Please join us as we gather to be in connection. We gather to share our experiences. Kathleen generally has a prompt. This whole month we're talking about the soul's call. So she'll have a prompt. You can join in the conversation. You can just listen. But it's a time at 11:30 this morning to gather and connect. If you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, there are many different ways. You can mail checks to our P.O. Box 2360, Camarillo, California. We have a text to give option along with PayPal. Both are easy to use and completely encrypted. Lastly, if you'd like to know about our electronic tithe option, please contact our office and we will answer any questions you have and provide you with forms to sign up for that program. We so appreciate your donations. Your donations is what is continuing to keep the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living moving, and we're now, with the doors open, we are going to continue to expand out in our community. We are also meeting on the fourth Friday of each month in a park in Camarillo starting at 10:30. The park is Nancy Bush. There's more information in the newsletter, and we'll continue to send information. We will still have the online service. So if you connect to that and you want to stay in your pajamas, I get it. And we're also reaching out and starting to come together as a community. So here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are an inclusive, radically inclusive community. And I just want to let you know that you are honored, you are loved, and and you're seen. And I can't wait to see you in person at the end of this month. So please join us as we sing our congregational song, Opening Up in Sweet Surrender. So stand up, get excited, sing along as Jennifer, Ruth Russell, and Michael Gale lead us. Take it away.
Good morning, everyone. We are so delighted to be with you today. Let's start by opening up our hearts in sweet surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of God. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, just take a moment with me and put your hand on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into that love that is the center of your being. That is the beginning of all life. Always the answer. Yes, love is always the answer. Oh, and let's open up our hearts to each other. Let's hold our hands up to each other. I am so grateful that you are here, for you show me how to love. And may we unlock our hearts and be radical lovers this month. Namaste.
Greetings. I'm Kathleen Benjamin, and I am delighted to be your practitioner today. The theme of the month is The Soul's Call. The talk title for today is Pushed by Pain. So join me in our affirmation for today. I transform pain into fertilizer for my next success. Again, I transform pain into fertilizer for my next success. Of course I do. I transform pain into fertilizer for my next success because everything works together for my good. The entire universe is working in my behalf. Pain is energy working in my behalf. I transform pain into fertilizer for my next success. Richest blessings. Take this affirmation with you. Let it work in your behalf. I transform pain into fertilizer for my next success. The universe is working in your behalf all the time, all the time, all the time. So just join me as we turn within. How grateful I am for today, for this moment, for this opportunity, for the fact that I am alive, and that I am the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, and that I am one with the one, and that you are one with the one. What a great day. Knowing that that divine presence of God that is absolutely everywhere is right here, right now. That thing that created the universe and creates galaxies is the absolute source of my life. And I know that if that's true for me, that it's absolutely true for you, that right where you are, God is. And so we bask in the truth of who we are. We bask in knowing and experiencing and revealing our divine nature. That all of the qualities of the divine are our true nature. That excellence, love, peace, joy, power, creativity are our true nature. Yes. And so we stand in our true nature. We know that we are aligned with the divine, that there is absolutely no separation, that we are one with the one. And I'm so grateful to live, know, be, and experience this truth as my life, as this service, as this moment. And so I simply send out a mighty blessing for each and every congregant who has ever attended the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living in any way, those that have been here and those that are yet to come, knowing that the divine message of the infinite presence of God is their experience. I know that this is occurring today, that the pain is transformed and used as fertilizer for our next expression, knowing that everything is always working in our behalf. I know that this service is working in our behalf. I know that every experience that we are having is working in our behalf. That we are the very presence of God, having the full experience of the presence of God. We are revealing our God nature in this very moment. And so I know that this service is blessed and a blessing. I know that because of what we hear from Reverend Kristen today and the music that we experience today, we are transformed. This ongoing transformation and evolution that is happening is heightened, is quickened by our experience of this service today, and how grateful I am for this and so much more. And so it is. Amen, amen, ashe. Richest blessings.
There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. The rhythm of life flows through me, illuminating all beauty. When I forget who I am, I sing the song again and again. There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. The light of heaven shines through me, illuminating all beauty. When the smoke and ashes fall, I look to the light and I hear its call. There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. There is one life, that life is God, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. The presence of love embraces me and holds my heart so tenderly. When self-doubt turns into fear, I stop, listen, and hear.
Hello, beloveds. Hello. We are in June, and today's talk title is Pushed by Pain, and it's all about the soul's call this month. The soul's call. So Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens," which means when we look outside, we're merely putting a patch on things. We're not living our experiences fully. It's when we take whatever we're experiencing and working through our emotions instead of doing a spiritual bypass. It's about bringing those difficult situations within and contemplating and praying and spending time with the spirit that resides within you, along with the spirit that resides outside of us, to have a bigger experience, to continue to have those experiences which call us to grow our consciousness, which causes us to see things in a bigger way, a more global view. And we're invited to do this daily, and it's a practice. We are not supposed to just arrive and then be done. Our practice is to get up and to practice daily, to practice hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, and to continuously grow until our journey ends. And then after it ends, we believe that there is a spiral, and we continue that our soul is everlasting. So we are called, our soul is called to do more. So that's what we're talking about today. So about pain, what would happen if we didn't deny it or avoid it? Nobody likes pain. It's not fun. I've never had a fun experience. But what if we embraced it? What if we took the opportunity to find a deeper love in it, to be more resolute in our faith in action? And Ernest Holmes had this to say: "I believe everything is real as it's supposed to be. If a person hurts, he hurts. There is no use denying it." So by denying it, again, that's that spiritual bypass when I say that it's all good and I just move on. So core concepts are values of what we believe here at the Center for Spiritual Living, that life is constantly evolving. We are evolving. That's what we do. That there's never a mistake made. There is no mistakes being made, and there never will. There's a law of growth. That our principle is not bound by precedent, meaning we can always have a different outcome. There is no defined box because something previously happened. We have endless possibilities. Everything is good or leading to good. We believe heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. The more that we practice, the more that we believe, the more that we experience, the more that we manifest, that we recognize that our heaven is here now and it's ours to put in action now. We believe the healing of the sick and control of the conditions through the power of our mind. That is our declaration of principles that was written by Ernest Holmes, our founder, over 100 years ago. Those are what we believe. Those are our values. And with that, Ernest Holmes also had this to say: "We have within us a power that can overcome every obstacle in our experience and set us safe." satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous in a new light and a new life. Yes. Don't those words just activate something within you and you're just like, yes, I want some of that. That we have the power within us. We have it, we have it, we have it, and now it's ours to engage and use it. So there's this idea here to use pain as a fertilizer, to use it like we're in this season of we're just coming out of spring and going into summer here in California, to use it as we do like a garden. Let's think of it as a garden, and pain is the fertilizer and we prepare the grass, the flowers, and the trees to grow. Fertilizers work by providing essential nutrients required to grow. So in order to grow, if we just had blissful, we're singing with the angels every day, and we're not interacting in life, we are not growing. And part of life is having difficult experiences that can be painful. It's just part of life. And it's how we use that pain to grow. So what pain is guiding you to release, enhance, or achieve something dynamic that you're wanting to bring to your life? What are you needing to experience to bring that next highest part of your life into action, into it's no longer a dream, and it is part of your life. What is that? Pain as the fertilizer. What can I learn from a painful experience? What can I learn so I can then have a next highest level of my next experience? So when I think of pain, I've had painful experiences, just like everyone. And one of my painful experiences was going through a divorce. And I decided up front, and prayers and thoughts become things, but I made a commitment to myself. And I said, I am going to feel every single thing. Pain, excitement, sadness, grieving. And I'm going to feel it the first time through. I'm not going to stuff it down. I had a tendency to stuff things down and not deal with them at all, and basically do a spiritual bypass, because I believed that I had other things that were more important. And what I have learned that I want to share with you is that you are the most important person. For you to be the best you that you are and can be, then allows you to give effortlessly to others. The idea of effortlessly to others, instead of being restricted and having nothing to give. So I started out, and at first it was painful, but at first it was like this we were just scooping out the surface. We were just starting to take the couple layers of dirt off what I was planting to grow and prosper in my life. I'm going to stick with this idea of pain as fertilizer. And then as the experiences continued and as it got more difficult, I went, oh man, Spirit, God, universe, why did I ask for this? Why did I make this commitment? Why did I say? Because it was so painful. I didn't feel nurtured. I wasn't nurturing myself as I was going through this. I was just in the biggest giant hole with no dirt, no fertilizer, down at the bottom of the barrel. And then I remembered, this is part of my daily process. This is what, instead of dreading my commitment, my daily practice of feeling all of these feelings, I flipped it around and it's like, what can I learn about this today? And I'm not talking like sparkly magic where I go, bam, sparkle, life's beautiful. I'm talking about feeling it, exploring it. Where is it in my body? Because in a divorce, if you've ever gone through a breakup of a relationship, whether you're married or not, it can be painful. It can be, and the more and more I realized is that regardless of how I felt about that person, say today, there was a time where there was love and there was peace and there was harmony. And to remember and revisit all of those good moments as going through the painful moments, of recognizing that and finding a balance in those. Not to change my decision to part ways, but to create a situation within me that allows that fertilizer to be full of nutrients, to be full of love, to be full of harmony. To take those struggling times and also throw that in the fertilizer. Put it all together. And it's like it's this package, this beautifully wrapped package, that I then plant the seed of what I want my life to be right now, right here. Not 30 years from now, but what is my life today and as I take my step forward. So that is creating that fertilizer. So I urge you to join in this uncomfortable situation. If you have lost a loved one and you're grieving, or you've stuffed the grieving, go through and do this process of creating this fertilizer that is so full of nutrients that it just propels you into your next best thing. Also, I want to say that pain is not a punishment. For us to go through a horrible situation and say, why me? Why me? Why is it always me and I'm being punished? We all have these experiences. We all have some of us have horrific experiences, and I'm not discounting that. But it is not a punishment. It is not a punishment for spirit or God is for us and not against us. God does not cast down and say, you were bad today, so I am going to cause you pain as a punishment for the way that you acted. That's not how it works. So take that relief, create step off of that pedal of self-punishment and say, it is what it is. I acknowledge what it is, I feel what it is, and I'm going to be pushed by the pain into my next best. I am not going to be sequestered and in a cage, a prison that I've created for myself because I should be punished. No, we're going to move on from that. If we use pain and we let pain be our pathway, we let it is that we don't allow that pain to cause us from not moving forward. I read about a person whose nephew was really sick, super sick, and a person just stopped everything they were doing for them personally and just focused 100% on the nephew, 100% on the nephew in prayer and in duties of making sure that he gets to the doctor's appointments and support for the parents and all of that, all consuming, all in for the support of this nephew. Okay? It is, again, it is so important for us to go within, first and use that pain, sit with that pain of, as the example of the nephew, of using that pain, but also, and you're there, you're 100% present, but it doesn't consume you. That you still have grounded in what your goal is. You still have grounded in what your vision is. You are still grounded in what are those components of who you are and what makes up who you are and the values that you believe in. But that you are so loved up and cared for by your own spiritual practice, and your own spiritual practice where you go within and you're like, oh, Spirit, God, Allah, universe, whatever you want to call it, is for me and not against me. And that this is what I see in my life. This is what I sense it to be. This is what I feel. This is what I smell. This is what I see. And don't give up that practice. Do the practice and then be there for your nephew. Okay, so let it be your pathway to the newest, greatest thing. So a lot of us know Abraham Hicks, and Abraham Hicks has this method. It's called the bounce back. And what it is not allowing, as an example, this nephew to completely consume you, but to bounce back out of that and recognize that that is not the truth, the total truth of what's going on here. To remember that regardless of the experience, regardless of what we are experiencing, that there is something more powerful underneath that is happening. To allow that not to be the experience, to not allow the thing that we see to be the experience, but allow what we're actually feeling, and that we know we are as a spiritual being. We are spiritual beings, and to allow that to evolve so firmly and be so planted in love and peace and balance, that when we practice that and we are that whenever any other thing comes back, we can bounce back. We can be pulled in the direction of, my nephew is seriously ill, I gotta go. And then to catch ourselves and to catapult back and go, yes, this is happening, but this is who we are. This is who we are as a global community, as the one being birthed from the only thing that there is. And that's where I'm going that's where I'm going to pull my peace and my love and everything that I've trained and I know to be in support of this person in need. Make sense? Bounce back method. Take a look at it. You can Google it on YouTube. So the conclusion is here today, people, is none of us like painful experiences. They stink. They're not fun. But instead of avoiding the pain or ignoring the pain or pretending that it doesn't exist, it's that we accept it and we use it in a positive way. We use it in a way where we're creating nutrient-filled fertilizer to help us grow, to help us continue to grow. And so this week, remember the pain that you're experiencing can inspire. It can inspire if you choose to. If you choose what you want instead of the pain you're experiencing, experience it, and then what do you want? Transform that, as I said, into fertilizer, and then work with it to transform your life. I'm going to leave you with this question. Pain can be a motivation for a breakdown, a breakup, or a breakthrough. What do you choose? That is from Tracy Brown, a licensed religious science practitioner out of Dallas. One more time. Pain can be your motivation for a breakdown, a breakup, or a breakthrough. What do you choose? We're all at choice. Choose what works for you. Please know I'm so grateful to be with you today. My heart blooms. Have a fabulous day, evening, and until next time, know that you're loved. Let's go into prayer. Now let's go into prayer. Put your feet on the ground, keep your eyes open or closed. Either way works. And thank you, Kathleen Benjamin, for putting such energy into our affirmation today. I transform my pain into fertilizer for my next success. Yes. And close your eyes. Here we go. Oh, how grateful I am to be together today, to be together in having this human experience in such a spiritual way. I recognize that there's only one thing happening today, and that is spirit. That is spirit that resides outside of us. It is spirit that resides through, in, and as us. We choose the extent that we want to experience. We allow heaven to happen here on earth. So I open up today and I allow all of my goodness in. I allow the pain that I experience to be a nutrient that moves me into my next biggest thing that I have going on. I grow and I grow and I grow. And I know I grow because I am one with that one thing. We all are, as brothers and sisters and siblings. We are all connected. So we continue on this thing called life. As we evolve individually, we evolve globally. We evolve into a place that we see as our vision or our mission is a world that works for all. So today, join me in seeing loving relationships personally and externally. Everywhere I look, I see love. I see love even in those difficult situations. I see peace. I see peace in all of my actions. And when it doesn't feel like peace, I stop, I drop, and I go into prayer. I go into prayer and I see what I expect to see in this world. And I know that there is enough. There is enough for me, there is enough for you, and through our global sharing, there's enough for all. And that is my mission. That is our mission. So with that, I just let these words go. I let them go into the law, for the universe only says yes. And in that yesness, I say yes. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my life. Thank you for your life. Oh, and together, we may all make a difference in this world. We are the difference. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
It's been wonderful to be with you today. Let's end with this wonderful benediction. Something wonderful is happening through me, through you, through us. all the time. Here we go. Something wonderful is happening.